Hey guys, Dovetail here. Today I want to go over how to make a mount for your Armasight Spark Core. So without further ado, let's get started. I'm going to begin with this piece right here, and this piece is a little rail adapter for your Armasight Spark Core, and it simply slides right onto these rails right here, here, and here. So you can mount any type of 1913 Picatinny accessories right there. Usually people put IR illuminators and such like that. So above that, you can find this piece on Amazon. I'll put a link down for where you can find everything down in the description below. So above that, we have a Utg Riser. It's a 3-slot high-profile riser mount. You can find this on Amazon as well. And what I did is I cut a little notch here. I'll explain why in just a second. You're going to drill a hole on the top part of the other side of the thumb screw right here. Now where to drill that hole is, you get this little 90-degree bracket. You can find this at any local hardware store, and you want the one side to fit flush with the front of the riser right here. You're probably going to have to shave down a little bit on the side to fit it right in there, but that should give you a perfect spot for it. And then you simply put a screw in there. I use these machine screws. You can find these again at your local hardware store. There's 5 sets in there. Comes with 5 screws and 5 nuts. Put the nut inside, and you simply just tighten down right here. You might have to get in there a little bit so the nut doesn't rotate when you're screwing down the screw. And then the other side of the bracket, you're going to put another screw, which is followed by the bracket itself. And then next up you have a washer, a rubber washer. You can find that at the local hardware store again. Now, next up you have a Wilcox Dovetail Adapter. You can find this Dovetail Adapter on tmvc.com. It should be about 30-40 bucks. This piece right here is about 10 bucks. This piece right here is about 20 bucks. So it should come out to be about, 70 bucks for a mount. So it's not that big of a deal. Next up, you have another rubber washer. These rubber washers here are to provide extra friction when moving it back and forth, and so you don't damage this adapter and lose friction and have your spark moving back and forth, which would not be good. And then I have a metal washer, followed by 2 of the nuts right here. Now what you do is you tighten down the first nut all the way down to the point where you're happy with, how much friction is here. And then you simply tighten it down about 1/8 of a turn more, and then you slide on the second nut. And what you're going to do from there is you're going to back the first nut off while you're tightening down the second one. And what that does is it allows these 2 bolts, or these 2 nuts, to lock together. And so when you turn this back and forth, they're not coming loose, which is good because otherwise you'll have to constantly, continuously tighten down the first nut, and you'll never have it set to where you like it, and it won't be consistent. Now once you have this all, put together, of course you can mount this piece right here in the middle or on the other side, depending on how far you want the spark to sit from your face. Now from here, I put it on the right side for my left eye. When the knob is down and the lens is up, it's going to be on the right side of the spark. All you got to do is simply slide it on there. You're going to take a 1/16 size Allen key and tighten down the little set screw on the rail adapter. And once that's all locked in place, you're good to go. You can just mount this right on your helmet. The only other thing I have on here is a little piece of 550 paracord, and that goes right onto my Wilcox lanyard. Let's put it on there. You're good to go. Now that little notch I told you about earlier, it's so when you're using your nod on your helmet, it gives you a little bit more leeway to move the spark closer to your eye, so you can have more field of view, and it just gives you a clearer image without it bumping into your helmet. So I hope you guys really enjoyed this video. As you can tell, I have a new camera, and I have a new little background here. Figured it would look a lot nicer to you guys. So if you have any questions, leave them down in the comment section below. And as always, like, favorite, share, and subscribe. Have a good one.